Do you ever feel like no matter what you do, it's never good enough? Even though you have people that love you and a roof over your head. On paper, you should feel good, but somewhere underneath it all, there's this weight holding you down that you can't explain. That was me for a long time. I didn't fix it through therapy or medication. I fixed it by writing things down. But what it showed me, I wasn't ready to see. In this video, I'm going to show you why your brain is designed to work against you, the writing habit that helped me catch it, and the one shift that changed how I saw my life. I didn't always feel this way. There was a point where I genuinely felt good about where my life was heading, but at some point that shifted. Not because anything fell apart, I just stopped being able to see what was working. Our brains are wired for this. It's called negativity bias. We're built to scan for what's wrong and try to fix it. It's what gives us our drive, our ambition, but it also means we're constantly searching for problems. And here's where it gets worse. We adapt. You work hard for something, you finally get it, and within weeks, it becomes normal. The bar moves. The search continues. The more you look at what's wrong in your life, the better you get at finding it. I got so good at this that I started seeing problems everywhere. Nothing was ever good enough. Small problems felt enormous. And even when something good happened, I'd always find a way to undermine it. And eventually, focusing on the negatives starts to take a toll. The anxiety creeps in. Low moods you can't explain. This constant feeling that something in your life is fundamentally wrong. Even when it isn't. That's where I ended up. There was a period in my life a few years ago where I was really sad and depressed and every single thing felt overwhelming. It got so bad that some days doing something as simple as just getting out of bed felt impossible. It was really hard to show up for myself, let alone friends and family. And what I ended up doing was just isolating myself, and I kind of ghosted everyone in my life for a few months. The easiest way to describe how I felt at this time was imagine being stuck out on the ocean without a life jacket. Every day is a struggle to stop yourself from drowning, and most days you're doing your best just to keep your head above water. I started writing things down just to get some relief. Not in a structured way. I wasn't trying to be productive about it. I was just dumping down every thought out of my head so I could just get a break from all the noise. I found out later there was a name for this technique. It was called stream of consciousness writing. But at the time, honestly, it just felt like therapy on a piece of paper. Then something interesting started to happen. A thought that felt overwhelming in my head didn't feel that way once I wrote it down. It was like turning on the light in a dark room and finally being able to see. It was the same thought, but now I saw it differently. Journaling wasn't just helping me feel better, it was also helping me see more clearly. When you're writing down your thoughts every day, you have receipts. I could go back and realize that the story I was telling myself didn't match what actually happened. Stories like, my life is hard, I'm a failure, my life sucks, they just weren't true. Over time, patterns started to show up on these pages, and what I realized made me feel uncomfortable. I was focusing on the 20% of things wrong with my life, but I was actively ignoring the overwhelming amount of positive things happening to me. This was hard to sit with, but it was also harder to ignore. I'd been writing to feel better. I wasn't expecting it to show me that my perspective was the problem. Realizing this was one thing, changing it was another. The stream of consciousness writing did its job. It helped me see more clearly. I realized I couldn't just write about my problems and expect my perspective to shift on its own. My brain was still defaulting to focus on the 20% that was wrong with my life. I needed to actively train my brain to start looking for what was going well. So every night before bed, I'd write down what I was grateful for. Not just the big stuff, but whatever happened that day that I thought was a blessing. Some days, it was as simple as my partner just making me a morning coffee. Other days, it was a good conversation with a friend or a delicious dinner. But here's what I didn't expect. Doing this every day showed me something I was ignoring before. Even on the very worst days, there was still good things happening in my life. I just wasn't looking for them. Over time, I started to change how my brain scanned the world. Instead of automatically searching for what's wrong, I started training it to search for what's right. Journaling didn't fix my life. It fixed where I was looking. My life was never the problem, but my perspective was. I was choosing to focus on the wrong things. And once I changed that, everything looked different. When I changed where I was looking, I couldn't ignore one thing. I'd been with Wendy for 12 years, and I'd never shown up for her the way I did on a 2-week trip to Vietnam. That's what this last video is about.